Hey everyone, it's Akshat back with another video. And today we're going to discuss why you should be selling to high ticket clients. And if you're new to this channel, you don't know me, I'm Akshat and I run a Legion agency called Demand Loom, and we build outbound systems for high ticket agencies. So I preach what I teach. So let's start. Let's get started. So the first reason, there are two major points that we're going to discuss. The first one is the budget, and the second one is the ROI, and I'll explain those in a bit. Now, high ticket usually means that if you're selling a B2B service, you're running an agency. If you are an agency owner yourself, you should be selling to essentially your average ticket size should be of around above 3,000, 4,000, $5,000 a month retainer. And that's what we essentially consider as a high ticket sales. But again, depending on your business, your ticket size could vary. So if you're in a service business, for example, a professional service like accounting or consulting, then your ticket sizes would be much higher. And high ticket would essentially mean different for you. So this is specifically for agency owners right now, running a marketing agency, content agency, right? Anything, any agency, software development agencies, right? Hiring agency, recruiting agency. So there are tons of them. So high ticket means above 3K, 4K, 5K per month, right? Now, what that allows us to do is that if you're charging this amount, we essentially need to target people who can afford this service, right? For example, if we're pitching a 5K per month service, we should be targeting um, businesses that are earning above $1 million a year, right? So, for example, if I run a Legion agency myself, then I'll only work with agencies that have at least a minimum benchmark of a ballpark figure of, like, let's say 20 people or 30 people as their company size, because that directly indicates that they have a good amount of earning, right? Because they're able to afford 30 people's salary. So the first one is the budget, and that's the most beautiful part. If you work with lower budgeted clients or cheap clients or low ticket clients, if your offer is low ticket, you'll be essentially working with businesses that are they can't afford a lot of money to spend on your particular service, right? That could be a $500 per month service up to, let's say, 2,000 or $3,000, right? And what happens is that these people, even if your service is extremely good, you are probably the best in the market. And even if you're offering a guarantee to them that we'll make you, let's say, 2x your money in the first 3 months, even after that, they don't have the budget. So even after them having the need and you having the best service, the problem arises when they don't have a budget, and that's where the real crisis starts. And even if they somehow manage to afford you, they'll churn out much quicker because they won't be getting the ROI and that they would be expecting in the first 2 months. So that's a bad place to be in. That's why I always tell people to I don't sell people, I tell people to sell high ticket. But that's the main point, that if you're targeting someone who can easily afford your service, then they won't even think twice before signing up. They would not require much effort to actually clear your invoice, right? Pay your invoice. So the second point is, so that's about the budget. They won't cramp. It's just that. So it's that easy to understand. The second point is ROI. Now, what does ROI mean? You must be knowing return on investment. So if someone is investing $5,000 per month on your service, they should essentially be getting a minimum of 2x ROI, right? And if you are in a business that generates leads, for example, if you're running a Legion agency like me, or you run a marketing agency, a digital marketing agency, where you are directly impacting the revenue of the company, it's very easy for you to justify the ROI. If you even bring in, let's say, two or three leads, you bring in two closed deals every month, that means you're giving a minimum of 2x ROI on them to them, if they are selling a 5K per month service. So it's pretty easy to do that, right? And that is primarily the reason why you should be going high ticket. In fact, the people who pay so much amount to an agency, they can actually afford an agency for a longer period of time. So your churn will reduce massively, and you'll retain clients for a much longer time. And you just have to work. You don't have to worry about your ICP or your clients churning out. You just have to focus on making the delivery excellent, and that is what works in the long term. That is what will make you enormous amount of money as an agency owner or a marketing head at an agency. So that's about it. It was a quick little video. And if you found it interesting, do hit the like button. We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.